Alright, another setup. Got Bitcoin looking to put in a bullish engulfing on the monthly. And yeah. But we got 11 hours, 12 minutes to see if Bitcoin holds. Where is it? Where's it not put? Oh, I just put in like 6 lines. My mistake. Great. We'll go down to 30-minute. Just slapped in a whole bunch of lines right there. Is that it? No. There they are down here, 29. This is what Bitcoin needs to hold. Called that line right there, 29.856. It's right around here, one of these guys. So it actually spiked into this area. Interesting. So this is where the monthly candle, that last monthly candle closure is, that we need to hold if we want to deliver that bullish engulfing. If not, this is where I'd be looking at this zone. It's going to be really interesting. Daily opens all the way up here. I don't like this action right here, I'll tell you that much. This candle right here. Prior to the EU session, big run up. Just to drop it down, come back in. That's a tricky one. EU still open. They're already curling it over. Bitcoin hasn't gone anywhere. Let's be clear. It has not gotten out of its bigger range. This is the spot it needs to go through. It's the first time it's peeking up into this area though. First time it's getting after it. Let's see. And I mean, if we take it from the principle of say this price action here, which is very similar, big drive up with a spike. This was at the New York Open too. However, this is EU Open way prior to it. This is at the end of the Hong Kong session, or middle of it, really. Hong Kong session ends here. EU takes over. Man, I gotta change that. Man, oh man. So yeah, I think Bitcoin's got to close some candles above that wick to show me that we're serious about going after this high. Otherwise, I think it's just a play to chop around, and I mean, I think they would keep this in play, this 30K for the candle closure. I mean, they could dance around for a while. I mean, that's my take, is that we're still locked in this range unless we break this wick high. I mean, they're giving you indications they're probing all the way up here for liquidity. But I'm just of the view that they will keep 30K close enough so that they could use it as a shakeout, at any time they want. I mean, you got the 800 coming in, yesterday's low. I mean, all this stuff is right sitting at 30K. I don't see any reason why price would leave the zone yet after holding this long to get to the end with the monthly closure in. I mean, unless they're just buying it up, unless it's, in anticipation of knowing they're going to close with a bullish enclosure, like that's the game plan. And some big money has a really good idea that So that's just speculation. But let's do it. Let's check some alts, baby. Let's check some of our friends out. We'll start with, that's right, XRP. Now, if you just cut the fractal and followed it, I mean, you just make yourself a few bucks. This is ridiculous. Just, you know, buy the line, pretty much. Because even here, came down, didn't even go below, just tapped it and ran. I mean, this has been playing, you know, as good as you can get. It is XRP though, so when you dive into the smaller candles, yeah, it's a fucking nightmare. Actually, it's not that bad today. No crazy wicks. Let's stretch this out because this line looks like it's been pretty good. Still plays with this fractal almost. Yeah, look good. This area right here wasn't real on the downside to me. So I just think XRP just keeps chugging along, man. I mean, it's all dependent on Bitcoin, how this candle closure goes, but where are we right now? Not at the open yet. I mean, I can see daily open getting tagged in the New York session. You know, only to just bring it right back on up. So now we're getting into XRP, working at its last price structures that it needs to. This is just a 5 minute to get out of that zone. Yeah, it's not too big. This one, yeah, here. This would be this would be the higher volume. This guy right here. Yeah, this is the zone. Yeah, I'd watch this zone right here. M4 for XRP is going to be pretty important. So where are we leaving from? M2.5 here. So yeah, it could park itself and trade up in there. I mean, this fractal indicates it, just wide swings, but fractal indicates that it wants to sit in that area for now. So I really don't have much on XRP. It's just doing the same thing, same structure. Nothing's violated. Bunch of higher lows. Looks good. Just needs to hold daily open. Likes to knife into this 800 EMA. I mean, waves played perfect again. I mean, thank you. Yes, I mean, this is all going to be the same, man. Just waves played perfect yesterday, too. Thought it would chop around here for a minute and then get on out. Sure did. Went higher than the structure I thought it would take out. But, I mean, it's pretty obvious. Yeah, this is strong. Pretty wild. Yeah, but stopped in this range right here. I mean, this is going to be, it's going to need to work through this zone. It's where New York sold. Started to sell off. So, yeah, I would look for waves to get on back up there. It needs to hold. Looks like it wants to chop around on the 200. Then you get this situation right here, 200, 800. If price slides in here, it'll get jammed and squeezed. And it's just a matter of which way she squeezes out, right? So as you see, price in here and under the 800, under the 200, above the 800, price squeezes down. Here, as 800 came in, price was coming up, crosses over the 800, sits on top, gets back in for a squeeze, but then blasts out. So ultimately, you want to stay on top of the 200, not even jerking around with getting in here, because then it creates a situation that it could blast either way. This is my point. So right now, bullish on waves, looking at continuation, but you're going to want to watch, you know, as this action happens. I mean, what's it doing on the 5 now? It's staying above it, but if price were to come into here, into this range, and chop, you don't, I mean, you don't want it getting back into here. Yesterday's high, you don't want it violating too low, getting back into this box. You'd want it to hold this 800, because if not, it could go, you know, it gets in back into here again, right? Let's see what we got over here. Yeah, then you get into the place of I would say breaking here. Yeah, it's yesterday's high. So yesterday's high sitting at 19816 on waves. That's where I'd be concerned if price cut into. But I would have an expectation, the way things have been going, that price will hold. If it even decides to come in here, because this is just right now. This is just kind of a guess. Things are bullish. I'm just assuming everything's just going to keep going on up. You know, based on Bitcoin, right? As long as Bitcoin remains bullish, so it's really my only outlook for waves. Yeah, I mean, come on, they're all doing the same thing. This is just going to be repeat. But here we are, Pepe, you know, leading. Maybe Pepe's leading. You know, because it already got to its structure up here. Let me go back. Let me not speak out of turn here. No, it's just attacking this one from the 27th. This is the region up here for Pepe.
Morning.
Hold this stuff. Good morning, man.
Almost certain yesterday I said 17 and it perfectly tagged it.
Pepe?
Yeah.
The Pep Meister. I mean, yeah, man. That's what I thought. It was going to come up here, chop. It came right back down, chopped around, and bang, right on out. Right on out. And look what it's using, man. Look, as it comes in, this is the 30-minute. What happens on the 50 EMA? It came in, took people's money below the 50, and then got out of dodge. This is going to be hard to play. This would have been hard, but you had to. Let's see the 5. Yeah, you could. I think I talked about this last night. You would have just bought in like right about here, knowing that these crosses are taking place. Closes above the EMA cloud on the 5. That could have been your go point, right here, or even this one, the retrace right here. But you would have, you know, 2 opportunities. If you're super aggressive and say, hey, I'm just going to take the candle closure once it gets above the 50 read out of the EMA cloud, you could have bought in here. If you said, no, I'm going to wait for the retrace, you would have had to have been Johnny on the spot, knowing that retrace wasn't coming into the 50, and take this, right? But regardless, it's, you know, Pepe is playing pretty nice, man, giving you opportunities. And here's another retrace into the 50. Got out, closed, could have bought that one. You know, now we get into a place of where it would have been, you know, this would have got me out, definitely. I would have been out up here, I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm 10 over 21 cross guy to exit. Let's see what it looks like on the 30. But never did it on the 30, though. See, that's the thing. This thing's staying super bullish. You never would have had a shot getting out. Which is good. I mean, you would have stayed in your trade, you know, for all this. But here, you know, it's running into some headwinds now, because this is the big move that it made previously, and for it to hold on to this top, you know, it's gonna have to get through this purple box up here. So we're not even close to it yet. 1752. And you're going to want it to, I'm just going to do this. Yeah. It's just going to want it to do that. Why bother redrawing this shit? Because it's the same fucking thing. That's all you're going to want. Do something like that. But again, today could be pretty wild, man. I'm surprised to see Bitcoin up as high as it. Well, it's not even high, man. You know what I mean? It's not even high. It didn't go anywhere. It's the first time it's breaking into this candle structure to try and set new highs, and it's not doing it with any strength at the moment. XLM. I mean, all the same, but this is super aggressive. Look at an XLM with this bar. Holy cow. That's nice. 8.2%. What did it do it in? Tell me it was a 5 minute. No, okay. So you had about 20, 30 minutes of that. XLM looking really good though. I'll say that. So this is a bit. Wow, nice break of structure there. So XLM's going after, highs putting back in March right now. That's where it's at. It just took all this out. XLM very strong. So I want it to hold up here if it can. It'd be really good. I wouldn't have expected this much movement out of it. Even me drawing this stuff, I didn't think it was going all the way up there. Yeah, I would have assumed this structure here, but it just took it out. So again, yeah, let's see if it's going to hold. Maybe half the candle. It's going to be super bullish down here at 11. You see 11 cents. I mean, if it's going to give it back, I would play the EMA cloud. On the 5. Let's see when it's going to slow. And here we go. It's already slowing down. Got the crosses already. 10/21's done on the 5. Now that doesn't necessarily mean it's over, but I think it's gonna chop sideways for a while now. Simply because how deep it's getting into the cloud. You're gonna know in a minute. Here's the 50. So yeah. 50 AMA is going to tell a story for you. How these closed candles close. Let's see the 30 RSI. I mean, it took a pop into bullish control and got on out. Yeah, that I don't like. Seems like it was just like a quick liquidity grab. But that's a fine and good. If price can just sit and hold up in here, accumulate for a while, then we could see another run up. But as of right now, I'd be looking for a pullback on XLM from here, just the way these candles are looking right now. And you don't want it to go too far. If I want it real bullish, I want it staying around in here in this range, chop, and then get on out. Doesn't mean we can't see it come all the way in and play with our friend the 200, which would allow it to come in and recover almost this entire move. If you saw something like that and dive down and get on up, because this is one of those days where, you know, Bitcoin farts out a big candle to the downside. I mean, it is just going to drag out all these alts down, all these elevated, because now everybody's participating. Check it. You know, SNX 444, B Pro's up 7, Dash up 10, Litecoin, man, 20%. OP. P. See what we got with OP. Same, I mean, all of it's the same. All these coins move almost identical. That's why I play them. So they almost all have the same structure. Similar issue going on. I forget what it was, Waves or XRP, whatever. But you got 200 EMA, 800 EMA, and you have run the risk of price getting sandwiched in here. If price goes below it for too long, 50. But you got a lot of support. So, you know, something like OP, based on you know, what like XLM is doing, and let's see what SNX is doing real quick. Yeah, same thing. So they might be your fast movers, a little quicker, showing you the pathway. So you could, I mean, this is something I would do sometimes when I was trying to look for a short. Say, all right, I'll take that early cross as a short when it happens, and you know, basically take a bet that OP is going to follow that structure and then come back down, you know, maybe top of this box or something. Like fighting that it's going to lose its battle in the EMA cloud, you know, based on, you know, what somebody else did that moved first, right? TRIAS. TRIAS is interesting here. It's starting to feel some pain now. You know, we were looking at it the other day and just thinking this thing's going to just march right on up. That's what I thought over here, because it was so strong. But right at that time, here we go, starting to give it up. Extend this. Yeah, we might be coming into the daily open on TRIAS. So working on lower highs. Still working on lower highs. And we got some higher lows coming. It's on the 30-minute. So we're about to you know, see who's going to win this battle. So TRIAS is going to figure itself out in a couple hours. I think anyway, it's either going to sit on top or it's just going to slide below. Just be locked in a sideways movement. And if it slides on top, then it needs to start getting aggressive and get into, you know, maybe this channel up here. You know, so it can show that it's going to start making this move up to attack these highs. Oh, BCH, man. BCH is, yeah. BCH is a different animal right now. Flag, 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 flag. Just putting in flags. It's not stop. Can't stop, won't stop. What's this move? Another 32% to the top side, sitting right now at a roughly 25% move up. I mean, this is powerful. This is powerful. And what's rough too is when it gets into the EMA cloud, it gave you the impression that it was going to break and did not. Just held, was bouncing on the 15-minute 200. 15-minute 2. Look at it. Yeah, BCH, man. 15-minute 200 looks like the play if you're looking at getting into that thing. So, wow, yeah, it was a while since it touched. It came in, couple tags. All right, maybe it won't touch it anytime soon. Use the 5. Yeah, 5 minute gives you a little bit better view. 5 or yeah, man.